You need to work. You need to dedicate yourself. You need to take these next few months seriously. 2025 has to be a year of winners. You need to stop being a fucking idiot. You need to reflect on your life. You need to feed back. You need to analyze all of the mistakes you've made. You need to stop wasting your time. Stop being a dipshit and stop relying on me for temporary bursts of motivation so that you can focus on something for once in your fucking life. Because time is running out.
It is now April, meaning 2025 is over 30% complete. It's over 30% done. You remember New Year's Eve like yesterday. We all remember what we did on New Year's Eve. And you remember thinking, this is going to be my year. I'm going to get so much done. And if you're honest with yourself, you're sitting in the same room. You have the same girl, the same car, living the same fucking life. You're about to waste another entire year. So ask yourself this question. If you do not blame yourself instantly for the fact that you are not yet rich, you said 2025 was going to be your year, it's 30% done, you've made no steps in the right direction, you are no closer than you've ever been. If you are not going to completely blame yourself for this lack of action and this lack of monumental success, then who else are you going to blame and what else is going to get done? The second you blame yourself, the second you decide it is 100% your fault and your responsibility to change and fix everything, is the second things will start to get better. The bad things that happen to you, you deserve them because you're fucked up. The good things that happen to you, you deserve them too because you earned them. Because you earned them. Because you worked for them. Not because you bought a coin and waited, but because you act.
Yo, man, you know what time it is, man. With that being said, you're now tuning into MK episode number 12, Maki and Kane. So with that being said, I'm going to pass the mic over to Kane. We got a couple of things we're going to react to. What's good?
You already know what it is. Back here to serve some more game on the ground for them hungry hounds who just got up the pound and are ready for the next round. So with that being said, make sure to grab your snacks, your drinks, your weed, whatever the case may be, because we're going to jump right into this episode, boy.
And this episode is sponsored by your homeboys mates. Those are them boys, man. Those are them boys. Those are your YPs. So with that being said, man, we finna go ahead and get into this video. We're going to react to Bishop Mari. He's reacting to what Candace Owens had to say about homosexuals. So with that being said, let's check this out. Shout out to Bishop Mari.
So Bishop, I find that you have a very bold character, and I admire that a lot about you. And there's another character that I admire. Her name's Candace Owens. I don't know if you've heard of her.
Yeah, I have actually. Yes.
Yeah, so she's very bold in her Christianity, and it's kind of shocking to sometimes when you watch. So I wanted to show you a clip, and the point of it is, I look at it and I actually admire her, and I wish I have that boldness to be able to be in that position and to just hold fast to my faith and my beliefs. But then other people might look at it and say, oh, it's a bit abrupt, it's a bit, that's not loving. But there's this balance between love, showing love, but also the truth. So I'll just show you the clip first, and we'll play it on the camera for the people at home. Hold on.
Sex marriage. But what do you think about same-sex marriage?
It's a sin.
You think it's a sin? So you think I'm sinful?
What's that?
You think I'm sinful because I'm married to a man?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes, you're sinning. You are in a sinful relationship. I actually don't believe marriage can be between two men.
So it's a short clip. It's obviously a longer interview, but there was a lot of other things that came up, and she was very firm on her faith with that boldness.
Yes.
In your opinion, what do you think about that? Is that great boldness for God, or could it be said in a gentle way, or should it be said in a gentle way, or do sometimes you have to just be very direct with what you believe?
I believe, as far as human beings are concerned, everybody is different. We are all unique because this is the way God created us. Everybody has their own unique fingerprint and their identity, personality. So in that sense, everybody will sort of say this in their own, way. But on the other side, a time will come where you need to be straightforward. There is no other way. And
100% facts, man. You see, everybody always wants to talk about, if you're a Christian, you're supposed to be nice, you're supposed to do this. But they don't never want to talk about when Jesus flipped them tables and when he started snapping. They don't never want to talk about that. When it comes to topics like this, you got to be real about it. It's like, you don't never see nobody getting mad at the rules of Monopoly. They get mad at the people playing Monopoly. No matter how much you get mad at the rules, it doesn't change the game. You can't get mad at Christians for practicing what they practice because they follow the Abrahamic religion of what Jesus said and what God said in the Bible. If a Muslim feels this way about Allah, that's what his God says. If a Satanist says this, that's what they believe. So whatever people believe, you can't try to twist it and mend it because you want to remix it and make it into your own worldly rendition of what you think it ought to be. So if that's not promoted, which it isn't, and you can't change it because that's what's been said long before the land before time, you can't switch it. If you have a dick and you like taking dick, this is not like McDonald's where they now accept food stamps. It's not accepted and it is an abomination. That's why I don't get the LGBTQ faggots that go inside a church saying they love Jesus. No, you don't. You love the devil.
That's facts, bro. There comes a point in time where you gotta really, snap on people, I guess, and not in like a murderous "I'm gonna kill you" way, but in a you are screwing up bad, and you need to see what you're doing is bad. Um, and this goes back to what I said, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, I don't remember. But people will say that they read the Bible, but they pick and choose which parts of the Bible they want to read because it tickles their ears and they think they can twist that to their own benefit, when that is not the case at all. Nowhere does it say that you can be a homosexual and still inherit the kingdom of heaven. Even Paul said that the homosexual, the liar, the thief, the adulterer, the fornicator, everybody who lives in sin it purposefully will not inherit the kingdom of heaven. That is
So with that being said, we're going to also pause this show for a brief sponsorship by your mates with a message from AJ.
Now, there it is, the gay bomb. Look it up for yourself. I mean, this is what they're... What do you think tap water is? It's a gay bomb, baby. And I'm not saying people didn't naturally have homosexual feelings. I'm not even getting into it, quite frankly. I mean, give me a break. You think I'm like, shocked by it, so I'm up here bashing it because I don't like gay people? I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Serious crap. I'm sick of being social engineered. It's not funny.
By being bold in certain times, in certain situations, that doesn't mean that I am now discriminating or I'm judging or I'm attacking, as some may perceive it. But then again, if they perceive it this way, it is only natural for a human being to react according to the way they are at the time. So no hard feelings, in other words, but the truth must be said. And the truth is not about me or the other person or about this particular lifestyle or that lifestyle. The truth is God. It comes back to God. And when it comes back to God, as a believer in God, as a Christian, as a believer in the Lord Jesus, who is God revealed in the flesh, as a believer in the Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, as true Christians, I have the right to express what my faith is all about. Sometimes I wonder, and more so in the Western world, where they say, where they talk about democracy, then how can you on one hand speak about democracy, and on the other hand, there is no democracy when it comes to me standing up for my faith, standing up for my belief system, and saying what I believe in, all of a sudden.
What you got to say about that?
It's goofy because it sucks that freedom of speech is a thing, but it's also good that it's a thing. The reason why I say that it's goofy, that it sucks, is because a lot of people will try to just straight up shove their beliefs in your face, just like the LGBT was doing, just like the trans humanoids were doing, and still try to do. They have the freedom of speech to express whatever they want to. Unfortunately, even though you don't want to hear it, they have the right to, just as much as you have the right to talk about Jesus Christ on the street corner. And that's a fact. At the end of the day, it is what it is. People are going to preach whatever they believe in because they have that right to do so. They have the right, the freedom to express what they believe in. That's a fact. What do you think about that?
This is what I think.
Friends are your biggest weakness. Most people talk about the people around them as if it's their strength. Oh, this person, when I feel down, I go to this person, I go to that person. This person makes me feel better, blah, blah, fucking blah. The reality is the people you hold close to you are your biggest weakness because they're the only ones who have the ability to betray you. The reality is if you want to become a somebody on this planet, if you're going to do things worthwhile, sooner or later you're going to make enemies. But enemies are not actually too big a problem. I have had some extreme enemies. I've had 2 attempts on my life. But most people are not going to build enemies this extreme. You're going to build enemies of people who don't like you or they hate you. That's fine, because you can deal with that very easily by basically ignoring them. And you also know exactly what to expect from an enemy. An enemy's going to attack you, and you know how to deal with that. A friend, on the other hand, can betray you. And betrayal is much worse than an attack from an enemy for 2 reasons. One, it catches you by surprise. That's the first thing. And the second thing is your friend knows you well enough to know your weaknesses and knows exactly how to strike. If you ever watch 2 girls fall out, and girls are the worst for this because girls have less loyalty than men. If you ever watch 2 women fall out, the pretty one will start telling the ugly one she's ugly for the first time ever. Up until that argument, the pretty one's like, no, you're beautiful too, babe. We'll go out together. I can't believe he liked me and not you. That's weird. You're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. The second they start having an argument, she's like, yeah, well, you're fucking ugly anyway. And the hot one knows that's going to cut deep. It's going to hurt the ugly girl at her core. But it doesn't matter because that's how the betrayal goes. You aim for the weakest spot. You blindside them. And you know their weakness. You know exactly how to twist the screw. So the more friends you have, the more vulnerable you are. You're more vulnerable for betrayal. More people know your weaknesses. I'm not saying go through life and don't have friends. I'm saying if you're going to go through life and pretend everyone's your friend and throw your emotion and your loyalty out there to basically anyone you meet, untested individuals, eventually you'll be betrayed, and you will find that betrayal is far worse than having an enemy. If I have the choice, if I meet 10 people and I have the choice of making them my friends or making them my enemy, to be honest with you, I have no problems making them enemies. I don't give a fuck. If I sit there and I don't see any genuine value, if I don't genuinely want to be your friend, then I don't give a fuck. Be my enemy. Come for me, attack me, insult me. I can deal with all that. I would much rather have 10 guaranteed enemies than 1 friend I'm not sure of. And I live by this code so strictly, everyone out here is watching this going, yeah, I keep a small circle, I keep a small circle. My circle is 1, and that's my brother. That's my fucking circle. 1 person. So that's how small a circle can be and should be if you want to be completely the guy who will actually die beside you, won't abandon you at the last minute. You're going to have 1, maybe 2 people on this planet to pull that off.
Boy, you need to get a cup of coffee. You ugly as hell. But no, facts, man. That's what I think about all that shit. So with that being said, man, we finna react to your boy Suge Knight over here, man. He called in and checked Ray J. And apparently he said fuck Snoop. So we gotta check this out, man. We gotta check this out for sure, for sure. Real monkey, brain rot nigger business. Let's go.
Business, boy.
Snoop said some fucked up shit about the army, and shit coming out, and shit gonna be dealt with.
You want to put it on speaker?
I know y'all hear me talking. I ain't talking to my motherfucking self.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, the shit y'all be doing ain't homie shit, ain't family shit. It's selfish shit. Now, here it is. Pop ain't into this motherfucker. That's a little bro, that's a little homie, that's all the answer. Then y'all with Snoop and the rest of you, because Snoop said some fucked up shit about the army, and shit coming out, and shit gonna be dealt with.
Intro.
Hey, man, shout out to Bomb First, man. Shout out to Bomb First.
Yeah. You know what? Baby C Style, who I was told not to call Baby C Style no more, because Big C Style said that nigga is Eric. he better drop. I told him to stop using the name Baby C Style. So I got this audio from him. I got this from Baby C Style, right?
Ship's on the phone? All right, should we bring Ship again? For the speakerphone? Yeah, all right.
Thank you for giving me.
So we want to, I told you I texted him from Jim.
Check this out. Why is he telling you different going around?
Huh? Oh, shit, unmuted.
Why are you talking about his shit?
That's it. That's all I'm talking about.
No, that's all he's talking about. They were asking.
Why you asking about questions about that with Vlad? You know what I'm talking about, nigga. You don't talk to nobody. You talk to motherfuckers you want to talk to motherfuckers when you want to talk to them. Motherfucking line they drawing the sand. Well, motherfuckers see that motherfuckers when they feel they can, when they want to, and bullshit motherfuckers, and they act like, you know, well, you talk a sick motherfucker ass, nigga. Don't be talking about the same breath. You motherfucking the suit said some fucked up shit about the army. Stick someone out. You're gonna be dealt with.
You want to put on stigma?
No, y'all hear me talking. I ain't talking to my motherfucking self.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, what y'all be doing ain't homie shit, ain't family shit. It's selfish shit. Now, here it is. Ain't his motherfucker. That's the little bro, that's the little homie, that's all the answer.
You know, Reggie, ever since this Diddy story broke and we've been covering it ongoing, it reminds me how important it is to have a good lawyer on your team.
Me and the rest of these niggas.
Camera.
Shut up, stupid bitch.
And y'all was Snoop and the rest of these niggas. Nigga, fuck Snoop, nigga. And the minute the motherfucker run to him, he know what it is. Y'all can't listen. There's nothing wrong with being on Snoop's side and campaigning on that side over there. Nothing wrong with none of that shit. Motherfucker can't play both sides. Both sides get motherfuckers mixed up. Every time motherfuckers turn around, motherfuckers see you motherfuckers love and love shit up you good niggas. But y'all don't even fucking niggas with shit. And you say shit that when nobody else say shit, somebody else would say shit, the homies that want some answers. So if it's you, we ain't tripping. But you still say shit. They only come to talk like real family, you bullshit motherfucker. On top of that motherfucking shit, when it comes to the shit where motherfucker, you feed your family, it's my responsibility to feed my family. You gonna say bitch ass, show whoever that faggot ass motherfucker is, fuck Shay, nigga. And he tell you, you got my life right, and even if I'm talking or anything or do anything, right, if I throw a bird in the sky and somebody pay me, I gotta pay you. And so yeah, I need to check on that too. When you know the truth. Still something different, and when truth is said and known, it's true. But you know you don't got my life right. So I would never say present me having something on you to fuck with your motherfucking family like you did with me. And you know you did that shit. I told motherfucking ass to tell you about it, tell him what to holler at it, and everybody just go back to the fact is a fool. And your motherfucking ass, you wanted $8. The boy with an $8. But I'm a prison motherfucker. Motherfucker loan you something, you just say, oh, I'm not paying it back. Or now. So you want to flip for me and my kids. And that shit good. Would I be the nigga to turn it down like that? Everybody do real disrespectful shit. Be different, I do that disrespectful shit to you motherfuckers, which I don't. Every time y'all men end up in the hat with the hole, I be the first motherfucker like, no. And then you know, the minute I came home, I get all those good niggas. And those good niggas on my yacht. And tell them what it is to me. And what you mean to me. And then he comes to me, we're going to give you the red eye red. At the same time, y'all don't get full respect. And you don't get full project. This weird ass motherfucker who always got something to say negative. Every motherfucker body that ain't cool. And y'all still entertaining these motherfuckers.
I'm on the phone with Suge all the time. So sometimes I don't be mad, sometimes he not.
What do you think about that, bro? And Ray J was shook, bro. But what do you have to say about, Suge still in the pen, still big dog trying to bully niggas? And man, that shit's crazy. He's snitching on himself while the phone's being recorded. But he gonna swear Ray J snitched on him, bro. These monkeys are out of the cage.
These are your mates. That is a fact. Man, Suge is just going to extend his prison sentence longer and longer and longer. The more that he keep making these stupid phone calls. I ain't gonna lie, I was able to hear some of it, but a lot of it just sounded like the Tom and Jerry phone call. So, you know, I heard him when he said "fuck Snoop," and he said "fuck" somebody else. I don't remember who it was or what it was, but
The nigga Shay Shay, he was talking about Shannon Sharp.
eggs, no, it's crazy, bro. This dude is still trying to play gangster behind bars. Like, bro, we all know the only reason why you still trying to pretend like you hard is because, yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm sure y'all can
Bro,
guess.
still coming for you, boy.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Call me up and tell me he's gonna send his goons after me?
You gonna try to do you like you did that nigga Vanilla? Vanilla Ice, he was a hoe for that. But really, you know, none of these guys are really tough. They're overcompensating for the fact that they got a soft underbelly. So with that being said, this is all I hear when I hear monkeys doing all that rah-rah. And with that being said, we can go ahead and get ready to wrap up the show, man. Remember, monkeys is not subject to one race. If you act wild, if you act stupid, if you act like you ain't got no voice of reason or eyes to see straight, well, you are now classified as a banana-eating, vine-swinging monkey. So with that being said, Kane, any last words before we let Alex Jones wrap it up?
You already know what it is, man. Make sure to share with your friends, your families, your mummies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. I will be live on YouTube very shortly, so make sure y'all go over there. And with that being said, take it away, Alex.
Now, there it is, the gay bomb. Look it up for yourself. I mean, this is what they're... What do you think tap water is? It's a gay bomb, baby. And I'm not saying people didn't naturally have homosexual feelings. I'm not even getting into it, quite frankly. I mean, give me a break. You think I am like, shocked by it, so I'm up here bashing it because I don't like gay people? I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Serious crap. I'm sick of being social engineered. It's not funny.